Good morning everyone. In the last two videos, I explained what is the difference between congruent triangles and similar triangles. And with the help of the concept of similar triangle, let me start the derivation of section formula. So in this chapter, we already learned one formula that is called distance formula, and this is the another formula that is section formula. So let me first explain what is exactly the meaning of section formula and why we use this section formula with one example. So here let us consider one case where the school, house, your house and the railway station are in a straight path. Remember, whenever you use section formula, the three locations should be on a straight path. It should be on a straight line. Then only you can use a section formula. So as you know, the word section tells you division. So where this line AB is divided at P. What is a, let me explain in detail with taking one example. Think that a school, house and railway station are a straight path, and you know the coordinates of the school in a Cartesian plane and the coordinates of the railway station. And also you know that distance between school and house is twice the distance between your house and railway station. Means that is AP equals to 2 times PB. That is, when you write in the form of ratio, it becomes AP divided by PB becomes 2 by 1. That is 2 is to 1. So if this is 2 times and this is 1, that is ratio is 2 is to 1. If you know the ratio of AP and PB, and if you know the coordinates of school and the railway station, then how to find the position of an house on a straight path. So this is the idea behind to know what is a section formula. So this is a main concept why we use section formula. Here you can observe that the straight path AB is divided at a point P. So that is called you've done section. Division is done here. So at what point division is done? So to find this point or to find the ratio or to find any other position, we need section formula. Now let me start the derivation of section formula. So whatever I explained there, A, P, B. So A, the point x1, y1. Let B be a point x2, y2. And let the point P, x, comma, y. So consider any two points A, x1, y1 and B, x2, y2. And assume that the point P, x, comma, y divides, means it makes section internally in the ratio of m1 is to m2. So internally, why it has given? Because external by section or division you learn in higher classes. So now given AP is to PB is m1 and m2. So for a derivation we need the points A, P and B and also the ratio. So keeping in mind, so let us start how to derive. So for the derivation, you have to first draw AR, PS and BT perpendiculars to x-axis. And also draw AQ and PC parallel. Parallel means when you draw AQ perpendicular to PS and PC perpendicular to BT, automatically you can tell that AQ and PC are parallel to each other, because you can see here 90 degree, 90 degree. Corresponding angles are equal, therefore these two lines are parallel. Now the main criteria to start the section formula is similarity concept. So as I explained in the previous video, so now I had to prove that the triangle AQP and triangle PCB are similar by any one of the similarity condition. So I explained in the last video three conditions. What are they? SSS and SAS and angle. So now I can tell that these two triangles are congruent by AA. How? Angle Q and angle C are 90 degree by construction, and angle PAQ equals to angle BPC. Why? Because PC and AQ are parallel. So these two angles becomes corresponding angles. Hence, I can tell that these two triangles are similar by AA similarity. Now, as I told you in congruency, when you prove that any two triangles are congruency like by SSS, then what about the angles? They will be equal. So when angles are equal, the sides are equal. So here also I proved that angles are equal. Then what about the sides? Sides will be in equal ratio. Means there use the word CP/CT. Here we use the word CP/ST. Means the corresponding parts of similar triangles. That is AQ corresponds to PC, AP corresponds to BP, and PQ corresponds to PC. Because these two are similar, they cannot be equal, but their corresponding sides will be equal. That is, ratios will be equal. We cannot tell the corresponding sides are equal, the corresponding ratios are equal. Like you can observe PA by BP. PA by BP equals to AQ. AQ corresponds to PC. That AQ by PC equals to PQ by BC. So again you can observe PA by BP equals to AQ by PC equals to PQ by BC. So you can say that these three corresponding sides are equal in ratio by CP/ST. When you prove that any two triangles are similar by AA, then automatically the corresponding sides will be same ratio. Now, so I have to find now all these terms PA, BP, AQ, PC, BQ, BC. So all these terms I have to find. Let us find one by one. So first AQ. Just see the diagram. What is AQ? AQ equal to RS. Yes, why? Because this is a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal. So AQ equal to RS. Again you can tell RS can be written as OS minus OR. OS minus OR. What is OS? OS is X coordinate. What is OR? OR is X1. Just look at here. AQ can be written as RS and RS can be written as OS minus OR. So what is OS? X. And what is OR? X1. So I got AQ as X minus X1. Next PC. What is PC? PC can be written as ST. ST can also be written as OT minus OS. So what is OT? OT is nothing but, because OT lies on x-axis, OT is x2. And OS is x. So I got PC as x2 minus x. Can see here PC can be written as x2 minus x. Next, coming to PQ. So where is PQ here? You can see this is a PQ. PQ can be written as PS minus QS. So you can see here PS minus QS. So PS write as it is. QS can be written as AR. Why? Because QS equals to AR, because this is a rectangle. So now I got PQ can be written as PS minus AR. So what is PS? PS is nothing but Y, because it is parallel to Y axis. This is Y, and AR is nothing but Y1. So we got Y minus Y1. Next, the last BC. BC can be written as BT minus CT. So what is BT? BT is Y2. What is CT? CT can be written as PS, which is Y. So in this way, you got BC as Y2 minus Y. So we found out AQ, PC, PQ, BC. So we got in this way all the four. Then what about PA and BP? You can see here PA is nothing but M1 and BP is nothing but M2. So we got M1 and M2. Now let us substitute whatever I got, all the 6 components, substitute in that. We get M1 by M2 equal to X minus X1 divided by X2 minus X equals to Y minus Y1 divided by Y2 minus Y. So now with this, I can find the X value and Y value. How will you find X value and Y value? So consider taking M1 by M2 equals to this. Means if you consider these two and simplify, you get X value. If you consider these two and simplify, you get Y value. Now let me consider first M1 by M2 equals to X minus X1 divided by X2 minus X. Now cross multiply this, simplify. So when you cross multiply, you get m1 into x2 minus x equals to m2 into x minus x1. So simplify, taking a like terms together. You can see here m1x, m2x are the like terms. Take x common. So what is remaining in the bracket? m1 plus m2. So x becomes m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. Similarly, taking m1 by m2 equals to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y, we get y. Now take these two, again cross multiply, we get y is equals to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So you may think a big formula and confusion, just concentrate how to remember. So now I got x point and y point. What is x here? Always in the denominator in both you have m1 plus m2. So write m1 as it is. If it is x, you make m1 2, 1 2 2 1. So like that you can remember x equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, and y is equals to m1 y2, that is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this formula where we got x, that is a point P coordinates, we found out the coordinates of the point P, that is x and y. So this P of x comma y, so overall the x coordinate and the y coordinate together, it is called as section formula. Thank you children.